money. And so what we wanted to do with this panel is have you guys kind of ask us questions, pick our brains on what you want to know, to help paint the picture of what this honest money ecosystem is, how all this stuff works together, and really get you guys comfortable with going out there and sharing all the different aspects of this honest money ecosystem. And so we're going to go through real quick just who we are and our roles, responsibilities, and everything like that. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Gage Blake. I am the VP of the IDMC, the East Canada Digital Mining Cooperative. I kind of oversee all the operations with the IDMC, and sales, presentations, everything like that, right? So I'm going to pass it off to Joe. Joe's first chair.
Joe Jaquin. Oh,
Jaquin. It's Jaquin.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go with Joe Jaquin.
Yeah.
IDMC Finance and Budget Chair. I get to look at all the money that Gage spent. Pretty much. That's really kind of my job description. So, and then lead vocalist up next.
Hi, my name is Eddie Allen, and I am currency director for Texas Coin and founders and owners of IDMC. And so I'm here to sing and play rhythm guitar and harmonica.
I'm Jay Horton, and I'm Eddie's lead guitar player. I'm also a founder of Texas Coin and a founder and board member for ISK, and I'm the chairman of the Customer Service and Enrollment Committee for IDMC.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. I am Shauna Hayes. My current title is VP of Operations. So I have a responsibility right now primarily for the customer service area, and I'm starting to work with the mining team and a little bit of finance. So my role is kind of being developed still. So it's duties as assigned, right, Thomas?
Absolutely.
All right, here's Thomas.
Fluid.
Thank you again.
Fluid. All right. Hey, everybody. I am Thomas Dubois, and I'm from Colorado, and I am the committee chair for the compensation plan for the IDMC. I am a part of the executive team, or used to be called the Lone Stars, I guess, and very, very proud of that. And I, without a doubt, here's what my title is: whatever they tell me to do. Good.
Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Walsh. I am the chairman of the IDMC Mining Committee. And of course, I work in the mining department doing some of the installations for the physical mines currently all over the state of Texas. And we're now getting ready to venture into some management of the home mining process that we are going to start spreading out and sharing with all of our community members.
Thanks, Steve. My name is Jimmy Harstead from Minnesota. Welcome here to Oklahoma. Another great event. So I'm in charge of ranks, rewards, and recognition, making sure you get recognized for doing great things. Texas Coin, the East Canada Network, and making a lot of money. We have a great compensation plan, and so we want to take advantage of it and recognize the leaders, because everything rises and falls on leadership. So thank you all for your leadership, and the best is yet to come. That's the good news.
I don't know why I got to follow Jimmy.
Yeah.
Great, Jimmy from Minnesota. Hello, everybody. I'm Tim Blake. I believe my official title is I'm the janitor. I clean up the messes. I never really do that. Nectar Bay is where I've decided to put my time, attention, and efforts. As you guys see, I'm very passionate about that. I will be heading up anything and everything that is Nectar Bay related. And then I like to think of myself as just one or two steps above Gage. So,
Keyword is think. So the reason why we decided to do this, everybody, is whether you have been tuned in or whether you haven't been tuned in, there's been a lot of things come and develop that are new in just over the past few months. And we have a ton of stuff going forward that we're going to be hearing about tonight. And so we decided to put this panel together so that way you guys have the opportunity, and you guys online have the opportunity to kind of pick our brains, ask us those questions on how all this stuff works, and just to try to bring you up to speed and get you or have the ability to help share this message out there. So I have the Honest Money website pulled up here, and I'm just going to briefly scroll through. And when you scroll through this, there's a lot of stuff now. We have a ton of stuff that's a part of this Honest Money ecosystem. We've got our flagship coin, Texas Coin. We've got NectarPay. We've got Iskander Network, Imagination, Crypto U, Stream TXE, Crypto Pop, Bear.money, Zero Chill, Downtown Digital, Blockchain Man, all this different stuff. And so we'd like to open this up. If you guys have questions, pick our brains and ask us, anything that you want. Does anybody have any questions of anything that we covered with NectarPay or Crypto Pop earlier? No? Nothing? A couple of things that, that we have, Stream TXE, Crypto U, this is stuff that we brought out, quite a few months ago now, and we kind of put to the back burner a little bit, right? And some of these things, with Zero Chill, right? Zero Chill's our third network, right? EVM chain that we've released into this Honest Money ecosystem. A lot of this proof of participation stuff, right? Crypto Pop, proof of participation, Crypto U, Stream TXE, a lot of these different things, guys, are going to be giving people the ability to participate and add value to this ecosystem and get rewarded for it in the terms of tokens, hash power, different things with Zero Chill. And so, there's a lot of these things that still coincide together, but we know a lot of people, bring us questions quite a bit and try to figure this stuff out. And so that's what we wanted to open up to you guys, allow you to pick our brains, and everything like that. We're going to go through a couple of things here. I know we have a few things that we want to make you guys aware of and try to educate you on some of the new things going forward. I know Shauna is leading over customer service and operations, and I know she had some things that she wanted to say to help people out to get the support that they need. We've got a lot of people coming back into this ecosystem, so I'll turn it back over to Shauna.
Thank you, Gage. So, as you guys know, I oversee the customer service team, right? I was a member of that team. Oh,
Yeah,
keep it close. Sorry. I'm over starting in the customer service team. Now I'm kind of leading that area, right? And that's where my background is. That's what I've done for 20 plus years. And it's crazy when you think about it, but my mission and my purpose, and when I'm performing at my best, you guys don't need me. That's my goal, right? Who out here has a job that they're striving not to be needed when I'm being successful? So I do take a lot of accountability and weight for that. I know that's an issue that we have some gaps right now as all these new products are coming online and services and all those things. We are up to our elbows trying to create all of that documentation, create those how-to guides for you and materials so that it is self-service at your fingertips when you need it. And if you're on help.honest.money, no, you're just on the regular one.
Yeah, do you want me to click on
Yeah, click on that. Do you mind it? Because we're doing some work on this, you guys, and I want you to see it. Scroll, if you would, for me, please, Gage. I can be the banner now. See the tiles at the bottom of the page? This is what I want you guys to see, is we're creating these tiles, and the goal and mission is to have one help desk for everything, right? The last thing I want you to have to do is help.mindtxe, help.iskander network, help.nectarpay, right? We want to drive everybody to one help desk and you to be able to click the tile that you need for whatever product and service your question is about. and it drive you right into those articles or guides or whatever that we can help with. It has the same little search bar up at the top where you can type those keywords and phrases in, and it'll make recommendations for you. But as we get that content more enhanced and you get more comfortable with that navigation, the less and less you need me. Now, that doesn't mean that when you do, we're not going to be there, okay? Obviously, that's a high priority for us, and we're going to be there to help and support. But you guys know me from back in the Telegram days. My mission was always to answer the question and attach the article, right? Because I'm trying to drive that behavior and that reminder so that if they go, oh, wow, there's an article about this. What else is there an article about, right? What other topics can I look up? And again, as we grow this thing and scale this thing, just like we did the first time with TXC, can you imagine the size of the customer support team that I would need if y'all didn't have the majority of the documents to answer some of the basic questions? So again, that's my mission, that's my goal, that's what I'm working towards. We still got a long ways to go, but just know that that's the plan. And hopefully, as you continue to visit this page and we continue to expand and you see more responses where we're attaching articles, you guys know why, right? We're just trying to drive you there, and we want to have you have access to as much as possible so that if you do need help, you can find it yourself. At the point that you need help, though, I do ask that you do one thing for us, and that is to follow your hierarchy a little bit, right? It should not be an immediate ticket to customer support. I need you to reach out to your team. I need you to reach out to your sponsor and to your upline and all of those people around you to try to get that answer if you can, assuming you have that support, right? If you don't have the support, please come to us, like I said. But there's so many things, and it really helps these team leaders as well. If they're seeing that their specific team is struggling in certain areas, then they know to cover that on their own prospective Zooms, right? So please make sure that you're communicating and you're encouraging that team community kind of centric support, right? That's what this is all about. But if you need us, we're there. If you like the self-service things, we're doing everything we can to make this as user-friendly as we can. Okay? Yes, sir, in the back.
Where do we find this page?
This is help.honest.money. Help.honest.money.
So you can always get to this website, right? Honest.money has everything in our ecosystem. And then all the way at the bottom, under blockchain tools, the help desk is right there. When you click on that, it brings you straight to the help desk. Help.honest.money.
Yep. Yep. Save that in your favorites. Save that in your favorites. Any other questions for me right now? Nope. Just help.honest.money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, no, that's a great question. And let me repeat it for those who didn't hear him. So what he asked is he has a member within his TXC team who has never assigned or activated their cold storage coin onto their account, right? And as you guys have known for the last several months, we haven't had access to do that from an admin support team. Anybody who's been reaching out about TXC issues, we've had to unfortunately say we don't have access. It's locked down because of the litigation. Hang in there, it's coming soon. Good news is we're getting that access back very soon. So my advice to you is have him hang tight, watch for updates. I would venture to say I feel pretty confident that within the next week, you'll get some news that we're going to start getting some access back to those systems now that the trial is over, the hearing rather is over. And then he'll be able to assign that wallet to his profile, and he'll be able to do that himself, right? And we'll have how-to guides on how he can do that himself. But if he needs us, of course, just like I described, we're there. Okay, but he should have that access real soon. Good question.
One thing I'd like to add, everybody, is the reason why we want to do this and the reason why we want to talk to you today about a lot of this stuff is we're expecting that we're going to have a lot of excitement. We're expecting that a lot of people are going to want to come back into the fold. A lot of these people that might have been tuned out for the last 6, 7, 8 months, we're expecting we're going to want to come back and get involved in this project again. You're going to see those people reach back out to the Telegram communities, the hubs, the different chat groups that we had. And we want to make sure that you guys know we need to embrace anybody and everybody that wants to be involved in this project, right? And so we're here today to help you make sure that they get the support and they know exactly where to go for the people that have been tuned out for the last, 5, 6, 8 months, however long it's been.
That's a great point. Gage and I talked about this because it's sometimes easy for us to frame our mind in that, well, where the heck have you been? Why did you tune out? And now you're going to come back and make it our problem, right? It's easy to think about it that way, or we could frame it in a way of, sure, they tuned out for whatever reason. We're not here to judge. Everybody has different things and priorities in their life, but the bottom line is they're back now. Right? They're reaching out now. And what do we want to do? Do we want to be sarcastic and have an attitude on Telegram with them when they reach out and just run them off again? Or do we want to welcome them back? And that's another thing that I'm already in the works on. I've reached out to Doug. You guys probably remember Doug. He makes a lot of our videos where he does like the top 10 for April and March and February. I've asked for top 10 videos for the last few months to get those updated. We're going to put a synopsis together of the hearing, and we're going to kind of make a little welcome back. Welcome back. We don't know why you've been gone, but we're glad you're back. And here's a one-stop shop for you to go to get caught up on everything that's been going on that you might not have any idea. Okay, so that's kind of coming soon, but please, I'm asking this genuinely, right? To get you guys to just be ready for those kinds of questions. We're going to be back to the days where we're going to have 200 people asking us how to get into their back office profile because they've been so gone for so long, they don't even know that we have a new website, right? They're going to try to log into MindTXC and be on the old site. So you're going to see me and my team and everybody, hopefully you all in the room will carry that torch a little bit, but we're going to have to answer those same questions over and over and over. But the alternative is we're sarcastic and rude to them. They disappear back into the shadows. And how in the world is that helping any of us? Right? It's really not. So.
I was just going to piggyback off of what you were saying. So, we've really grown up in these last 6 months. And like Gabe said and Shauna said, as the price starts to move, everybody's going to be coming back. They're going to start looking at the things again. And still all the things that they didn't realize that they didn't know before, they still don't know now. So they're going to be looking for answers. So one of the pieces of the puzzle we keep talking about in the last 6 months, we feel like we worked harder in these last 6 months while we've kind of been shut down than what we ever did last year. Last year was easy. We were just, funneling in all these sales. And we were just trying to keep track of all that. We actually put in all the work and we put all the pieces together. And one of the major pieces that we put together was Shauna and her team. And by her running at the helm and doing customer support, she now knows the things that we were missing before that we need to have now to be prepared and ready when all these questions come. It's not an if. We know that there's a lot of people. When I start going around these events, Gage and I, we start to asking people, if Texacoin was $10 tomorrow, how many people in the room know how to cash out? Right? That was a question I asked. And the majority of people, when I asked that, only less than half of them actually raised their hands. That means there's over half of the people in every single room that we went where we were giving updates didn't know how to cash out. Well, guess what? Those questions are still going to happen, and they're not going to think about it They don't care about it right now. Texacoin's 23 cents. But when Texacoin is $5, $6, $7, $10, they're going to want to know how to cash out, right? So it's not an if and when these questions are going to come up. They're going to happen. And they're going to start reaching back out to you guys. When people said, well, I couldn't get in touch with my upline person or my person that signed me up, it just ghosted. Or maybe their upline person didn't know how to do these things either. Remember, people were just getting in because it was the feeding frenzy, right, of trying to get in. Now we've got one of the pieces of the puzzle. We've got Shauna together, who is putting all these things together for us to make it easy for when the landslide opens up. When the floodgates open up and all these people come running back and all these questions, we're going to be ready. So just for everybody that's in the room right now, just know that we are preparing for that. We know that's going to happen. We will be ready. And that's going to make an easier transition. That's going to give more customer support and more confidence to everybody that's in the project now that have been sitting on the sidelines. And that's what I'm excited about. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thomas, I see you have the mic now.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'd like to hear from you on, everything that you've been providing to the community on a weekly basis. You do a tremendous amount of work, and I'd like to know what your thoughts and theories are moving forward on these, on all the calls and everything that you do on a weekly basis, and just share that with everybody and how they can help and get more involved. How can they really benefit them and their teams by helping you and joining those calls?
All right, well, that's great, because that kind of goes right into what you just heard a little bit. How about trying to be the person that everybody can depend on to go to and accomplish each step of customer service up to the point of needing customer service in the back office? So in other words, can you load a wallet? Can you do this? Can you do that? Well, back to the basics. Twice a week, Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, and Friday morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. So that's what Central, 8 o'clock Central. And so 2 times a week, always recorded, that we do back to the basics on transferring coins, loading coins, anything. And then we do things like there's a new funnel coming out. Get ready for that if you're somebody who wants to share the company. And there's a new funnel coming out that will be taught in the future. There is ranks recognition and all of the above coming out. Twice a week, we do guest presentations. So we do guest presentations every Monday night. We call it Motivational Monday. What we'd like to do there is a quicker presentation on Mondays, and then also do some motivational teaching, maybe a fast start training. Have that a 45-minute total, half-hour presentation for your guests. Little 15-minute motivation, get everybody in and out, start the week right. And we're doing that every Monday. And then every Saturday morning, we also say, hey, I'm going to tell you why I do Saturday mornings, why I like it. And everybody has their own mentality to why they do things, right? I like Saturday mornings because then I know I've done something before I go into my weekend. Okay. I know I've done something before I go into my weekend. So if I'm presenting, I think I'm giving my team an opportunity to get a hold of their people and put their people in on a weekend day. And we do that at 8 o'clock Mountain, 9 o'clock Central. And we do that every single Saturday. So Ben, me and Gage have been doing a lot of those. But guess who should be the next ones doing our presentations? You guys. We want you doing all the presentations. I want to be in there cheering you guys on. And so we want a bunch of people presenting. And so, there's a mindset, there's a wonderment to getting the job done and getting the job done now. Right now, we have an opportunity like nobody's business, and I call it now and next to now. And so all of the things that we have to plug into, I just gave you only the 4 things that we carry, right? We can do individual presentations for you at any time. Tim teaches on this all the time before he got pulled away to Nectar on us. But we love that. Was Nectar Pay great today or what? Go on. I'm not wearing a hat now for no reason. I'm sold. Boy. I'm sold out. But let me just carry on just for a quick another second. But my training on now and next to now is really important for the key time that we're in right now. If not now, when? And if not with us, what? There is nothing that I have done in my career that has expanded and helped as many people as what we're doing. In the first 9 months, I watched more successful people. There's a young lady sitting right back there, about 4 rows back, that said to me, "Well, Tom, I don't know if I need to work for you no more. I'm making too much money with this other company called Texacoin and Mind TXC." And so when things like that start to happen around you and in your life, and you have to make decisions to let people go because they're making too much money because you blessed them with a company, now that's cool stuff. That's good stuff. We have the opportunity now to start where we started then, to be with Iskander, with the new things coming down. I'm going to tell you everything that Bobby's going to tell you at 6. No, I'm just kidding. But what I have to say, you guys are going to get a chance to plug into what Bobby's about to say, but you have the opportunity to do it like you were at Jay Horton, because Jay Horton started at the beginning. He, by osmosis, has more coins than everybody, right? Or I don't even know if that's the right synonym, but we'll just go with it. So, but he was at the beginning, and Eddie too, even before him, I think Eddie sponsored Jay. So what does that say? Do you understand that every one of your people has that opportunity now? Well, we have not just the things that I told you to plug into. Somebody could just come in through the door of NectarPay, but you have the opportunity of Tuesdays and Thursdays still. We know that we just get fed on those days. That if you want to fill your bucket up, Tuesday and Thursday. Bobby, you're right. That's all I got to say.
That's great. That brings me to my next thing. Touching on maybe what a little bit Bobby's going to be bringing tonight. I want you guys to remember this. Going forward, we're calling it season 4. We're calling it level up.
Level up.
Level up. Level up is the new season. And I think that just goes to a whole lot of things that we've been doing. We've been gearing up for this time. As we put the past in the past and we start moving forward, it's time to level up. And, the people here, the tools we've got now, we've got the ability to have success for everybody. And, the one thing that going back to, when I first got started in sales from the teachings of Tim, one thing he always taught to everybody was when you go out there and you help the people get what they want, yours will always come. So going back to Thomas said, always be the person, right, that can teach and lead the people that you're bringing in that are below, right? So just remember, the more people you can help and change the course of their lives, the more it'll come back to you. Keep that in mind. But the level up, that brings me back to Jimmy. But level up going forward, Jimmy, I want you to hit on some of the key things you're going to be focusing on going forward.
Thanks, Gage. Great being here with you all. Sometimes you might get asked, what is the average person doing Texacoin? Or they used to ask me, what is the average person doing Amway? I said, nothing. They don't get in. We're looking for extraordinary people that have dreams in their life, they have goals that they're not going to get from working 40 hours a week for 40 years in the modified slavery system. That's why they want more. With Texacoin, Iskander, when you buy mine, you have ownership. Ownership. You take responsibility for your business. It's your business. And that's why you get on the calls that Thomas is talking about and take notes. Get on the calls with Bobby. When I joined July 18th, I loved Bobby's vision. I seen a guy that had a big vision and a big set of kahunas. And that's what you're looking for, someone that's going to lead. And that's what we got. I'm excited about NectarPay. The utility. There isn't a better thing that Tim Blake could be doing with his time to help all of us to increase your coins and what they're worth. So we're talking about level up. Thomas has been working very hard on this, along with Coach Bud and along with me, on number 1, get people to own the mine, ownership. Number 2, get commission qualified. 1 left and 1 right, get commission qualified. And then once you're commission qualified, there's 12 tiers. 12 tiers. And then you start getting 3 points to the left, 3 points right, $1,000. That's a reward. That's money you can spend. 2,000, 3,000, all the way up to 25,000 a week. That's good news. Plus, you never have to quit your job. If you love your job, it's great. This is just extra. This is a side hustle. This is true ownership that you have for 130 years getting money from the Texas Coin Mining, from Iskander Mining, that Steve Walsh is doing a fantastic job of running, keeping going. So the levels we're going to hit, the ranks, recognitions, and rewards. And when you're making money, tell people, say, Chuck, I just made $1,000. I put $1,000 in, I got $1,000 out already, right to my USDC. Or you can take hashing power, you can take coins. And then you become a builder and a leader and director and ambassador. What's an ambassador? What we're all doing is sharing the good news. And when you're excited, when you believe in this business, there's music to your words. Isn't that something? You don't get a lot of questions. There's music to your words. They believe you. So when you have that dream or whatever your dream is, it usually takes time or it takes money. And then not only you have that dream, now you believe in your heart, there's music to your words. You focus on what you need to do. It's your business. You do the work. Have your upline. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Coach Bud. I always like to shout out, whoever opened the door for you, that's your sponsor. They're helping you. Let them continue to help you. Yeah, they make nickels, but you make dollars. So it's a win-win deal. Okay? You have the dream, and then you focus, and then you go and you grow. And we make this the largest cryptocurrency mine in the world. I heard Bobby say that many times. Every Tuesday and Thursday, the last 6 months, I was on the calls listening to Bobby. I was on the Ranger calls listening to Bobby. Why? Because I believe in this mission of honest money. And I'll guarantee you the range rewards that you're going to get, the recognition is awesome. Recognition is a huge thing. You look at a little baby, you look at a little Benjamin, he grabs a little toy and goes, it's mine. It's God given to all of us when we're little, ownership. And we're going to recognize you for building this business and making a difference in people's life. People will thank you. They'll send you letters because you just gave them a great gift of Texas Coin Iskander ownership. So Gage, thanks for letting me share. Thomas, thanks for all your work as well. Thomas might want to add a couple of things.
Thanks, Jimmy. Again, this guy's got so much energy.
Come on.
One thing I just wanted to say after this, it's sad that I have to bring this back up, but just because of everything that we just went through with the C&D and everybody's picking and choosing all of our words and everything like that. When Jimmy is talking about ownership, right? Obviously, we realize, and I want to state this on the record, that we don't own any part of Texacoin or any stock or anything else like that. You're getting, when you're coming into our community, you're getting a daily reward of Texacoin. And then it's all of our jobs to have active participation to make that coin worth something, right? And I didn't want to take apart anything that you were saying or anything like that, but now that when we record everything and we talk about it, we just want to make sure that the community and everybody else that's listening to this, there's nobody that looks any different on that. But there's so many great things. You guys are a part of a community. And again, when he talks about all this, income opportunity or the money that we can make through the commissions, it's because of active participation. But it's our job. This is what we've learned, that the more people that participate, the larger the community, the more people that are participating, driving this in the right direction, moving that needle forward is what's going to give us the success. That's what's going to make Texacoin, TXC more valuable, and that's where we all win. But he's exactly right. This is life-changing. That's one of the reasons I got into this. I left a career of 24 years to do this full time. It's because I've seen what this was doing. I've never been a part of anything where I could put my time and attention in this and receive what I was receiving. Not just monetary, but the community and the people that are around, and being able to literally see what this project has done for so many people out there. Whether it's been able to buy another car, take family vacations, be able to leave their job. There were so many great things that this project did last year for so many people that I personally got to witness. And that, I hold that dear to my heart. And I said, you know what? I want to be a part of that. I want to spend more time and attention. I love I love a challenge. It's not easy. It's not just set it and forget it. We've got to work hard. But if we work hard and we accomplish those phases to this, then we have a really good, legitimate shot of success. And that's what we're at. So thank you. I'm looking forward to all these ranks, recognition, rewards. Everybody likes that. We all like to see our names on the leaderboard. We like to see get praise on everything like that. When you're talking about baby Benjamin and catching the, grabbing that front, I kind of feel like that's how Gage is with me sometimes. He just has to grab. He just has to grab towards everything that's there. But I appreciate it.
Thomas, you want to say something?
Yeah, you betcha. So we're working really, really close together, all of us. And then we're working really, really close together, and so we're meeting a couple times a week, if on every Monday for sure, to talk about this category that we want a part of our culture. So we're going to steal from some of the old companies and do some of the things that they do on our levels and our recognition and stuff. Some of the things that I want to just paint a picture for you to go is, hey, when I reach this level, I got maybe on this level 3 or 4 things that I can choose from. And hey, that would be a great Christmas gift for my wife right there. That mine, that mine would be a great gift for my wife. Yeah. Or my grandchildren or something, hey, I'll plug one into them. But going all the way up to those levels, imagine when you hit like the 7th or 8th or 9th level that you can get a home miner, and that home miner produces for you for the rest of your life. Imagine being able to get some great swag on the lower levels or whatnot. Imagine being able to, along with this great pay, have a Rolex on your arm that's inscribed with Texacoin or Iskander or whatever your specialty is in the business. But being able to choose either the Rolex or the earrings for the wife, and I got the Rolex. I don't know how that happened, but no, she really liked those earrings, so they were out of stock. Yeah. But we have these choices. So imagine a ranking system like that. Imagine it being just a real part of our culture. See, we have an ecosystem here. We're creating a culture. We just proved that we're the most honest and the best crypto company out there, and we proved it live in Portland. And so now we've got to put the ecosystem and the relationships back together, and mercy and grace for those that made decisions or whatever, and all of the things moving forward for everybody coming to rejoin and be a part of this ecosystem. We have to take everything that we have, all of the utilities, all of the everything, all of the recognitions, everything, and we have to make one full ecosystem out of the full deal.
Yep. Thanks, Greg Thomas. And that brings us back to, guys, there's a lot of different ways that people can get involved in this ecosystem. Okay, we have multiple different avenues to welcome in this honest money ecosystem. And that's where we want to tell you now, it's not all up to us. We're relying on you. We're counting on you. We're asking you, to help us bring the people to us so we can, educate them. We can show them how to get involved and show you guys how to build this thing. Which brings me to my next point. Of all the different things that we have coming up very, very soon, I would like to go over to Eddie. With all the things that we have coming up right now, we have a great tour going on right now. But this is the type of stuff that we ask you guys. We ask the community to put these rooms together, tell your friends, bring the people out, so that way we can educate you on what we have going on. And I'll let Eddie take it away and talk about what we have coming.
I do. I have to go. I can't be here. I've got a plunge catch. I'm headed to Tulsa. So Norman, going to Norman on Monday. But yeah, we've had a great tour so far. We've been across the country and back again. Time zones weren't even time zones, or not even the same time zone as other people's time zones. I don't know how they do it. Phoenix doesn't apply by now. Why can we all go to this whole thing? Yes, exactly. Anyway, I think we should all be on that time schedule. Phoenix is smarter than us, so they'll lead the way. Yeah, so we've had this great Wheels Up tour, as you may have heard, and we've been to a few cities and had a few events already, and more to come. We're going to Minnesota at the end of the month. We're and like I said, we've got Myrtle Beach asking for an event. We'll be doing a few places. So if you know somebody somewhere that needs an event, that's got a community that's ready to build, let me know and get with me after this.
How do they reach out to you?
How do they get a hold of you, Eddie?
Yeah.
You can find me at eddie@blockchainmint.com. EDDIE at blockchainmint.com. If you're here in person, hit me afterwards. I'll give you a card and let me know where you want to go, what you want to do, who you got, and what you're trying to achieve. You know what your goals are for your area, and we'll get it taken care of. There's a lot that's coming, so we want to make sure we have as many people on board to help us build it as possible.
That was great. One thing I just want to add, give it up for Eddie.
Chuck can testify firsthand about how great the events are.
I'll just really quickly. Eddie's not God, but he may be Jesus, right? In all of it. You know, Bobby's up here. Eddie's right below. He's great. The one thing I want to tell everybody, you know, I've had a lot of success with Texas Coin, and I haven't done it by myself. I mean, I've had Steve Walsh come to Phoenix. I've had Eddie come to Phoenix. Gage has come to Phoenix. I know for a fact if I picked up the phone and called out to Thomas, he'd be on the next flight down. Shauna, same thing. We're here for everybody.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. If you need anything, reach out to us. Joe at Blockchain Mint, right? All of us, Tim at Blockchain Mint, we're easy to find. We're here because we can't do it by ourselves. We need all of you to help us to carry the ball now. And we're trying to put everything in place for you to have the ability to do it. We're trying to take away the excuses. Well, I live in a small town. I'm a little shy. We have so many ways now for people to help us grow. Whether it's Nectar Pay, whether it's Zero Chill or Crypto U. I was on my phone earlier playing a video game and actually helping Texacoin. I mean, there's so many avenues out there, and I'm just so excited for what's. I know everybody's been waiting on the price. Guys, don't even worry about it. We have so much utility coming. Phoenix is going to lead the way. So while Dallas and Fort Worth are getting their act together, you guys all come to Phoenix and you'll be able to spend your crypto. We're going to lead the way in Nectar Pop or Crypto Pop and Nectar Pay.
You haven't even know the
We don't even know we know how to do it. See, I'm going to have to get my daughter to come help people set up their machines. We got it nailed. We're ready to go.
One thing I want to add to you guys, if you don't know Eddie, couple things I want to make you aware of. Eddie's been with Bobby for a very long time. And when he comes out and speaks in your area, he can speak on more than just Texas coin mining. He can speak on more than just his canter mining. You know, what was your official title? Community currency director?
Currency director. Yeah, I was currency director for American Open Currency Standard for years. But one thing I did want to mention was that what was missing back in those days, we were trying to build communities that were using complementary currencies, and what was missing was the community. And we went out and talked to some people, and one or two people get very excited about having something, an alternative and a way to build local trade and value in their community that would sustain that would sustain under the pressure of any kind of currency collapse or any stress the economy took, right? They wanted something stable and usable that would last the test of time. But we didn't have this. What we've got here is a great community, and there's a lot more. You're not alone. I don't want anybody to think they're alone, even if they're out in the sticks, you know. They're not that far away. And there are a lot of people that are doing the same thing, and that's what we're missing before. And it's amazing to see all of this come to fruition and all the ideas that we've had for so many years that we could actually do something to help people sustain and have a real honest way of trading with each other is kind of fun. I'm gonna get all choked up. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Anyway. Okay.
Well, we're about out of time, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, raise your hand. Let us know. what you want to know. We're all here. We're trying to do. That's why we do this. That's why we get together. It's why we have these in-person events. It's all for you. So thank you, everybody. Does anybody on the panel here have anything left? Jay?
Yep.
Let's go to Jay.
Yep.
I just want to say, this song, there we go. I just want to say, remember that when all this went down, everybody thought Bobby was going to walk away. Not everybody, but a lot of people did. Big, the public did. He could have walked away. We could have been done. This could have been over. He could have shut down the money. He could have sold off the L9s. He could have done anything he wanted to do. What does he do? He creates this. And all these guys help create that and help keep this thing going. This thing's bigger than we ever imagined, but it's going to be bigger than you ever.
Amen.
Yeah.
You're on.
Can't have them sit up here and not say it.
Well, I can't sit up here and not say anything. They said, am I not on?
There you go.
There you go.
I can't sit up here and not say anything, but I kind of thought it was appropriate that I would go last. If you haven't seen something recently that happened in our lives, I was able to go last there, and it was a big honor for me and everybody on this team. So. Let me go last, and I appreciate you guys all being here tonight and being part of what we're building. It's an amazing, amazing deal. I told everybody that I've talked to since day one. I got in here for a couple of reasons. I started because the mining appealed to me. Not essentially what I do today in building the mine. That's just luck and fortune, good fortune that I landed in that role. But being able to mine, being able to build something every day and realize a reward that we could earn through participating, watch that value grow through being this community that we've built and being excited. But the biggest reward that we've really earned in this, and the biggest thing that I've seen, is exactly what Eddie said. You've heard it from most of the other people up here on the panel, and I just want to end with it. We built you guys, and you guys have built us. And the community is absolutely, unequivocally the most valuable thing that we have right now in this honest money system. And it's only going to grow from here, guys. So not only can you give us a hand, not only can you guys got to give yourself a hand. And I appreciate everybody that's here and allowing us to do what we do every day. Thanks.
I'll close with this, and I think we got food coming up, right? In
Yeah.
5 minutes or so. Yeah. So as you can see, we're all very passionate about this, very emotional. And, when I think about that, that's why sometimes, we take it on the chin, and sometimes we got thick shoulders. When we see all the comments out there, you guys have dealt with it too. There's a lot of people that were throwing a lot of stuff out there. And we know that the core of it, we know what we have. We know that we've been working hard every single day. This was never going to be easy. But I want you guys to think about yourselves right now. Think about why you got into Texacoin last year. What made you take the step? What were you trying to accomplish? I know what it was for me, but I want you to sit here and just think for a minute. What's it going to be when Texacoin's $10, $20, $100, right? When we're creeping up there, and we're not only on the front page, but we're the top 10, we're the top 5. If we get Texacoin up to $100, $200, $500, or $1,000, what's that going to do for you? I think about this and I take little screenshots in my head, and I see the room that we're in right now, and this is a beautiful room. But what about when we're in a big stadium and we're up there? I went to one of these other multi-level marketing things. I remember with my neighbor, he was a big guy in one of these, and he spoke up on stage. And I remember that I was sitting in the audience, and somebody asked me how I got involved with this. I said, well, actually, the guy that's talking right now is my neighbor. He got me on this. And they're like, oh wow, I never made anything on that. I ended up with a whole closet full of these supplements. I didn't do anything. But my point, what was really amazing, though, was seeing all the passion of the people that were in the stadium and what was happening. I see that for us. I know that we can do it because we have something that nobody else out there has. We're doing the hard work that nobody else is willing to do. And you guys are all a part of it. So what we need from you guys is we need you guys to get back in there and think about how you can participate and be a factor of helping us get to that $200, $500, $1,000. There's several different ways that we've showed you here today where people can get involved. There's something in it for everyone. Whether you're a recruiter or whether you're going to build that side of it, and Thomas and these guys are going to help you, or whether you've got, kids or grandkids that play games, maybe they get in it. When I'm looking at it from the NectarPay side, I'm going to get a bunch of people in it through NectarPay by sharing that. They're like, well, what is this Texacoin thing that we're running on this Texacoin chain? What is it? Oh, well, let me tell you about it. There's so many different ways that now people can enter and be a part of what we're doing, and everything matters. That's the difference, and that's what's going to get us from this room right here to a stadium next year, right?
Yeah.
And I'm so excited, and I get goosebumps thinking about what this could do, but that's life-changing for everybody that's in here and all of our family. When all this was coming down and people were like, well, what are you going to do? I said, well, I'm going to do what I'm doing right now. I'm going to work hard, and that's what I committed to do, because I know I invited a lot of my friends and family members to be a part of this, and I'm in it to win. And if I win, that means everybody else wins too. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming out here today, spending your time, and think about yourself. What can you do to help us move that mark forward? Okay. And then we all win together. Sound good? Yeah, we're not good. There's no guarantee.
Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for sitting through this. It looks like we have some questions. We can take some questions. If you got questions, sir? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can pull that up. This is your executive team, guys. Thank you so much. We can guarantee one thing, and that's what we're going to wake up and work extremely hard every single day. So thank you guys so much.